Greetings, Nick with Sweetwater here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the latest addition to the ever-growing Boss Katana family of amps, the Katana-Mini X, this compact, light but sturdy little desktop beauty right here. As you're about to discover, this good-looking rechargeable device is a great practice amp, and it's also loud enough to use for busking. It's also refreshingly old school. This is no phone app or computer program involved. You merely plug in, pick a preamp type, turn a few knobs, and then play. What a concept! The Mini X is the bigger brother of the 7-watt Katana-Mini, this little brute right here. And as you'd hope and expect, the Mini X features quite a few upgrades when compared to its smaller brother. Here are the main ones. Number 1, it's a little bigger in both size and wattage, boasting 10 watts of Katana power via its internal 5-inch speaker. Number 2, instead of being plastic, it's housed in a sturdy vinyl-covered wooden box and features a removable faux leather carrying strap embossed with the Boss logo. Nice. Number 3, its front panel is, on the front, not on the top of the amp. A nice touch. Number 4, all controls, inputs and outputs are on the front panel too. There's nothing lurking on the back or sides of this amp. Number 5, it boasts a total of 6 preamp options. Clean, crunch and lead with a variation for each one via an LED button. 6, in addition to 4 reverb and or delay options, it also offers 6 other built-in effects. And they are chorus, or phase, tremolo, touch wah, defretter, synth, or octave. Number 7, it boasts a built-in tuner. Number 8, if you want to jam along to backing tracks, you can connect it to your phone via Bluetooth. Number 9, it houses a rechargeable battery that lasts for up to 10 hours per charge. Number 10, it can be used with an acoustic guitar or a bass, in addition to electric guitar. And finally, just like its smaller brother, its headphone output doubles as a recording output. Let's take a quick tour of the front panel of this good-looking, no-nonsense practice amp, shall we? Going from left to right, we have the following. Guitar input. Controls for gain and volume with the mini 3-way toggle switch that allows you to select either clean, crunch or brown. And to the right of this preamp switch is the aforementioned variation button, which has a red LED above it to indicate when it's activated. And just so you know, when the preamp type is clean, the variation button kicks in a pretty flat sound that's perfect for use with either an acoustic electric or a bass. This setting is also a great pedal platform for your favorite amp-in-a-box style stomp box as well. Next up, we have the equalizer section with 3 self-explanatory controls for, wait for it, yep, bass, middle, and treble. Now, before we get to the effects section, let's take a quick listen to what the 3 preamps sound like. For this, I'm going to leave all 3 EQ controls at 12 o'clock and add just a smidgen of reverb. More about that in a minute. Here's the clean. And when I crank the gain, I can also get a nice bluesy sound with said channel. And here's the clean variation. As you can hear, like I said, it's pretty flat, so perfect for that acoustic electric or bass. And also your favorite amp in a box pedal. Here's crunch with gain at 12. And here's the same thing, allegedly, but with the variation button pressed in. As you can clearly hear, the variation definitely has more cut, more oomph, if you will. Let's quickly hear what crunch sounds like with the gain cranked. Very nice. Next up is the brown sound. Let's check it out with the variation switch off with the gain at 12 o'clock. Now let's check it out with the gain at 12 with the variation button kicked in. That wasn't quite the same riff, but I think you get the picture. Yes sir, variation definitely makes brown sound tighter and brighter. And a little scoop too, definitely more aggressive. To close our quick preamp tour, let's crank the gain on brown to 11, shall we? Even though that was a really short tour, that was a pretty impressive array of tones to choose from. And check it out, we're not even scratching the surface here. We didn't touch the EQs, and we haven't dialed in any effects either. Speaking of which, let's head to the effects section, shall we? What I'm going to do here is leave the reverb delay control where it's at, and go through the first control, which is labeled mod/FX. As you can see, the first 3 effects are modulations, namely chorus, phase, and tremolo. And the modulation rate increases the further you go into the range of each one. Let's check out the chorus first, shall we? That was a pretty cool chorus. Now here's the phase, with some dirt added. Next up is tremolo. First off, let's play it nice and slow. And now here's the tremolo a hair faster. Next up is that good old favourite, touch wah. The next one is labelled Def, but that sadly doesn't stand for Def Leppard or the Deftones, but instead Defretter, which I'm guessing is more of a bass effect. That said, it does sound pretty interesting on guitar. Let's check it out. Like I said, interesting. Next up is one that admittedly has me scratching my head a bit. Synth. Let's check it out. Kind of reminds me of the Miko pedal, and to be honest with you, it's definitely not my cup of tea at all, I'm afraid. But who cares what I think? Someone would probably use this effect to create a timeless riff, so what do I know? What do I know? And last but certainly not least, on this first effect control, we come to octave, and I really like this one. Check it out. Sorry, you couldn't resist that. It's a great effect though. Here it is with Brown. Yeah, I really like that one. The other control in the effects section is labelled Reverb Delay, and it does exactly what you'd expect it to. You've got 4 choices here. 2 reverb types, including spring, delay, or delay plus reverb. The delay is fixed to around 400 milliseconds and sits really well, as you've already heard in some of my dodgy playing examples. Next up on the front panel is a built-in tuner, which tunes to concert pitch and, when activated, mutes the speaker for silent tuning. And just so you're aware, the tuner button also doubles as a Bluetooth activation switch, so you can play along to music from your mobile device if you so wish. To do this, you merely hold the button down for a few seconds until the green "You're in tune" light flashes, just like this. This means your Mini X is ready to pair up to your mobile device via Bluetooth. And once the pairing is done, this green light will blink rapidly and then go dark. Easy, none more easy. Next is the mini headphone jack, which, as mentioned earlier, can also be used for recording. The signal on this bad boy carries Katana's excellent cabinet emulation and sounds really, really good. Trust me, I'm a doctor. And finally, we come to the power section. To switch your Mini X on, you merely flip the switch up just like this. As you can see, the power light is glowing red and you're ready to rock. When this red light starts to blink, it's telling you need to recharge the unit via the supplied USB cable, this one right here. Once you've connected the supplied USB cable, if the power switch is down, the power light will turn orange and flash. This tells you the unit is powered off and recharging. However, if you'd like to play while the unit is recharging, it's really simple. You merely flip the switch up and the light will stay orange but stop flashing. This lets you know you can continue to practice while the unit's internal battery is recharging. Perfect. And there you have it, my friend, the Katana-Mini X. Not only is this a great practice and desktop amp, thanks to its 10-hour battery life and the fact that it can get pretty darn loud, it's also a really good busking amp too. Plus, if you want, you can take it to a picnic and use it as a Bluetooth speaker. Or, if you'd prefer, you can just annoy your friends and family by playing your favorite riffs while they're trying to eat or have a conversation. Your call. In summary, the Katana-Mini X looks really good, sounds really good, and is incredibly intuitive to use. You just plug in, pick a preamp type, turn a few knobs, and you're rocking. Also, in my opinion, in our current world of practice amps controlled by phone apps, this old-school appless plug-in and play amp is refreshingly simple and doesn't need your darn phone. Unless, of course, you want to jam along to a backing track via Bluetooth, of course. For more information on the Mini X or any other Katana offering, please go to sweetwater.com, or better still, call your always helpful and oh-so-friendly sales engineer. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.